What's up, everyone? This is Ronnie coming to you today with a haul video. Coming to you with a sales update video. This is for March. We're running a little bit behind, but I'm catching up on the videos. Um, and March was an interesting month. We did just over 8,000, 8,400, 8,300 or something. But it was we had a lot of returns. It would have been well over 10,000 without the returns. I think we had 23 or $2,400 in returns. It was the most returns I've ever had in 1 month. And a lot of big returns. There was 9 returns over $100 or more. So it was 2 of them were over $200. So very crazy. But I don't let it affect me. I mean, it does affect your business, but at the end of the day, it's not going to affect my attitude. A lot of those things have already resold, and some of them sold within the month, but it dragged down the total. And this month, we've had not one return. So crazy how that happens. Getting to some sales, you'll see some different things here. We been selling a lot of newer tag items. It's the way we've been working on expanding our business. It's a way we want to move more in the future. We've talked about this at the start of the year, that's something we wanted to work on. More newer items, more quantity of certain items. So one listing, 20 things or 10 things, or however many we can get a hands on. A lot of the stores, you don't have the opportunity to pick up multiples. Some stores you do. We'll talk a little bit about that going through this video. Get into a screen share, and we're going to show you 20 items. These are just random items. I didn't want to bore anybody, but I just wanted to show some stuff. So these are some of the first ones. We picked up these. I had 3 of these in total. 2 are a medium, 1 is a small. We paid about $4 each. They're Travis Matthew button-down shirts. It was weird. They sold within a day of each other, the ones we had. They were up about just a little under a month, just within the 30-day listing period. We do run anywhere from 15 to 20% off in our eBay store. Something sold at full price. We try to run a sale almost every day, but in March, I did not run sales sometimes for 3 or 4 days. I'm not sure what items. Some of the items I know sold at full price. Some of them I don't. I'm not sure if we got full price of this. So do take an advantage. We do charge shipping, and this item might have been on sale. This item might have sold, for 15 or 20% less. But I listed at $39.99, and they both sold. See right there, 2 sold. Another item, we picked this up in upstate New York when I went there for Christmas. It was up a little over 2 months. It's a Coldwell Creek 3X, this crazy long maxi skirt. It's just, I was told this wouldn't sell. And you see the price there. It's newer tags. I paid on a half off day. I paid like $3 or $4. We got so much good stuff at this Salvation Army when I was on vacation that if anything, I thought there could be profit made on. It was kind of just, we're going to get inventory, and if this is going to sell eventually, bigger stuff sells. Coldwell Creek is not a great brand. I think it's discontinued, but it did sell, so go figure. But just something to look out for. This is a vintage 90s starter New York Knicks shooting shirt. New York Knicks fans, I feel bad for you because your team is in such disarray. You figure a marquee team like this in a market that they would have better ownership, better players, better everything, but they don't. Nobody wants to play for them. Madison Square Garden, it's a shame. But anyway, when I picked this up, I thought, oh, this might take a little while. The Knicks are done terrible this year, but it did sell. I paid $6 for it. It took about 2 months to sell, but this vintage sports stuff, usually does fairly well for me. Vintage stuff in general, vintage streetwear stuff does really well. You know, it was another item we picked up multiples of. I picked up some of these in orange, and I also did have some of these in like a lime green. They're Under Armour all season golf pants. These ones were a bigger size 44. They were the inseam was unfinished, so people could have those made the way they want it to, depending on how tall the person was. I'm not sure if there's a picture. Yeah, you can't really see. Really odd color to try to get to come out well. We paid $10 each on these, and these took about well, both of them sold within 6 weeks. So they must have sold within the same listing period. So they both sold within that 4 to 6 week period. Golf season coming. Well, I wish I found many more of these, but you can only get what you can get. And got these a lot of the newer tag items like this, and like those Travis Matthew shirts we got at TJ Maxx and Marshalls near the end of the season clearance, where they basically clearance out a lot of stuff in February. These were a pair of Eldon men's dress shoes. These were tore up on the bottom. See right here, good condition. Heels have wear, repair the heels. I'm basically, and I thought because literally somebody bought these in 5 minutes, full price, and I was like, oh, these are probably going to get returned. Guy got them. Guy said, I told my wife she has to kind of do. You see the heel right there is uneven. There was a lot of wear to the one heel. But I told my wife to, because you want to take a picture, you want to get it to be the best picture. They should have been straight, but he got them, left positive feedback the next day, said they were great. You see right here, plenty of wear on these shoes, especially the heels right there. But otherwise, they're a fairly decent shoe, and these are expensive shoes and a good brand. See the tag, the name right there. Come across these not fairly regularly, but I do come across them every once in a while. Better condition, get a lot more money. And I was in those for $4.99. This is a Champion vintage reverse weave sweatshirt. These are in big right now, especially you got to find the made in USA ones, the ones with the reverse weave. You see it right here on the tag. There it is. I was in this for about $5. I had this price higher. It wasn't really moving anywhere, so I priced it down a little bit, and it sold. It's just a black sweatshirt. See right there, the Champion embroidered C on the chest. The logo on it's like a patch on the sleeve. And nothing crazy, but that stuff is hot right now. Like I said, this sold, probably with 20% off, so that puts it at probably like 55 plus shipping. So not bad for $5. These are newer tags, Orvis men moleskin pants. These are like they're thicker. People use them for like hunting, I think. They almost feel like a velvet. I think the moleskin is like a water repellent almost in a way material. Orvis is a good brand. A lot of their stuff sells well. Do come across some of their stuff, newer tags here and there. I want to say these are older, probably 10 years old or so, like that. Made in Portugal. They're cotton. Just pretty decent selling points. These sold within 10 days. I paid $7 for them, and hey, can't beat it. Love it. I had this about 2 months. We paid about $5 for it. It's a vintage polo sport Ralph Lauren half zip sweater. Has the spell out on the front. Polo Ralph Lauren has the flag. Had some pilling on it. Otherwise, it was very good condition. Like I said, this paid $5, sold it about 2 months. So A lot of Ralph Lauren stuff, the vintage stuff, the Polo Sport stuff actually does very well. If you have the flag or the spell out like that, Polo Sport or Ralph Lauren on the chest, on the front of the shirt, it does actually pretty well. These pants are something we picked up at a TJ Maxx. I paid $5 for them. They're a pair of Ralph Lauren Yosemite frog skin green camo. I got all that from the tags. This is a newer Polo Ralph Lauren tag within the last few years. A decent size 40, a little harder to come by. I picked these up, and these were. I wish I kept these. These are actually really cool. Love. I have a thing for camouflage sneakers and and shorts for whatever reason. Not sure what it is. But paid 5. These sold for $80 plus $6 to ship. So, and they sold in about 2 months. Now that it was getting warmer, they sold. Oh boy, this was a funny one. I picked this up. This is a vintage Harley Davidson's motorcycle shirt by Tory Richards, extra large, but you notice it has Santa on it, and he's riding a motorcycle. There's reindeer in the background. Has the same print on the back. You see it right there. And most people would have passed this by, been like, this ain't gonna sell. What's the chances this gonna sell this time of year? I listed this, and this sold in about 3 weeks. I paid up for this. I paid $10, but it sold pretty quickly. People were trying to get like $29.99 for it. There was a few that sold around Christmas when I did the comps on this, right around the $100 price range. So I priced it up a little bit, and I said, if I hold on to this for the next 6 months, if I have to, 9 months, I will. It's a nice shirt. I'm going to try to milk this for everything it's worth, and somebody wanted it. Somebody's getting themselves prepared for next year. And the reason, how you know it's Tory Richards, that's the Harley Davidson tag on the inside. If you go down in the hem tag, it'll say Tory Richards Company, blah, blah, blah. That's how you know they're made by Tory Richards. Most of their Hawaiian style shirts are made by Tory Richards, as this was made in Vesicos. I don't know. It's like a rayon polyester kind of deal. Many people remember I picked up this hat. I was thinking about keeping it. It's yellow. I really don't like the color yellow. Otherwise, if this was a different color, I probably would have kept it, other than purple. Anything that reminds me of the Los Angeles Lakers, not a fan. But old vintage hat. I know this one. I took an offer on this of $75, plus another 20 to ship it to. This went to the UK, England. Vintage Polo Sport hat with the buckle back. Very nice little hat. Has the flag. Once again, Polo Sport, Ralph Lauren flag equals what, everybody? Money. I was in this for like $3 or $4, and sold in about 2 weeks. Vintage Tommy Hilfiger. This is probably 90s, late 90s. And this was in very good condition. I had some light spots on it on the second collar part here. Can't really see it on that second. Has like a double collar on it. Really odd. And on the back, there was a few, listed it kind of high. Couldn't find anything like it. Has Hilfiger on that thing. It's white. It's a little different. You don't usually see white ones. Had a little bit different tag than I'm used to normally seeing right there too. And here had a cookie patch on the sleeve, on the sleeve right there. I was in this for about $10. This went off to New Zealand and took about 9 days to sell. So gotta love it. This is a men's chitin shirt. Really high-end brand of men's clothing. There it is. I think it's pronounced chitin, somewhere around there. It's a pattern of, green and white check. It was really hard to get this color to show with our background and our lighting. You see right there. I almost retook the pictures of this shirt, but I said, I'll put them up and see what happens. And this shirt sold within 6 hours, full price, $139.99. The shirt looked like it was never worn. mint condition. I mean, I've never seen this shirt look like it was brand new without tags, but I didn't want to list it that way. And that's it. It was a size 1575/35. Most people asking. The first size is the neck. A 1575 is really hard to find. Not too many brands make that size. Most of the time you'll find them in half sizes, so it'll be like 14 and a half, 15, 15 and a half, 16. That's the neck size. The second one, 35, is the sleeve length. You'll see that on men's dress shirts. But good brand, nice shirt, sold fast. I was in that for about $5. This is a new with tags, Dante von Furstenberg black dress. We sold this once. It was returned. It didn't fit them very well. They said their boobs were too big. I really wanted to be just laughing when they wrote that to me. They said, "Can I return it? My boobs are too big. It won't fit." I was like, "Okay, no problem." It sold again. We had sold it the first time. Probably we had it listed 3 months. It took about another 3 months to sell it again. We were into it for about $15. I don't remember what this sold for exactly, but like I said, if I had a 20% off sale, we sold it for $120. So it sold somewhere between $120 and $150. Don't remember. This is a men's jacket. Pick this up. This I paid $10 for. It took us 3 weeks. It took about 3 weeks to sell this. And it's just a rare. I couldn't find any. It's a vintage 1995 summer concert tour for Beatles, Ringo Starr's band. It's a denim jacket. It was by Discover Card, and that's the back. Had a nice big patch on it. On the front, private issue by Discover. I seen a few on WorkPoint, only 2, and they didn't go for like huge amounts of money. But there's not too much Ringo Starr stuff out there. So I figured I'd put it for a little higher price and see if anybody bites. And like I said, this sold in about 3 weeks. So not bad at all. This I've had at least probably 9 months. I was into this for about $10. It's a vintage, probably 30s or 40s men's rowing, like varsity Leatherman style wool knit sweater. See, had this W right here. Big sewn on W. When I first thought of it, I was thinking maybe Wisconsin, but a lot of the time when these stuff were made, they didn't go too far. It's not like a company in Massachusetts would have been making a stuff for Wisconsin. They would have bought stuff right there close by. So maybe a college somewhere in the Connecticut area. You see right there, it was made in Middleton, Connecticut. Took a little while to sell, but these shirts sometimes, these are things that are longer tail, but great great profit to be made. These were one of those shoes I had. They were returned. I sold them again as soon as I put them back on. The first time they sold in a day, I relisted them. When I got them returned, they fit a little big, and then they took 5 days to sell, and they sold. I was in these for about $15 or $20. I bought these with 5 or 6 other pair of really good high-end shoes on a deal I made, and these were a newer pair of Allen Edmonds. They still have this, model. That's the model right there. They always have the model for the most part in there, so you can tell. These are a size wide. E is wide, 10.5 E. So bottoms were really clean with these rubber bottoms. I usually don't like shoes with rubber soles, but leather soles are usually better, but these sold extremely well. Great Allen Edmonds shoe. And like I said, they sold probably 140-ish, 135 range. This was a Vince leather, the suede I put leather in there twice. Vince leather, scuba suede leather jacket. Oh boy. This took about 6 weeks to sell. I got this at a estate sale on February 2nd. It was the day I picked up my mother-in-law from the airport. I dropped them off at the house. They were both tired. I went to a estate sale and picked up a bunch of goodies after the estate sale has already been open 6 hours. So there's always money to be made. You don't always have to be the first one in line. Um, but Vince, good brand. This was a scuba style, is what they called it. Their jacket, the suede jackets didn't do as well as the regular leather jackets, but I still kind of priced it high, hoping to get money because I paid $40 for this one. I paid up because when I did look at comps originally, I was seeing like 200 to 300 range. But then when I looked at the suede, it was a little different. But he still sold very well. I probably got 170-ish out of this. So 40 into 170, make 100 bucks, $110, not bad. And the next item I got at the same estate sale was this Orvis Bat and Kill rolling garment bag. I paid $15 for this. Same estate sale. It's very good condition. There was some scuffing on it. It was missing something on here. Missing small buckle piece somewhere. Oh, right here. Here there would be another piece buckle that would buckle into that on the top there. Didn't have. You see some of the marks in the front here. Probably could clean that up pretty well. I didn't really bother to. This took us about a month. This sold right within the month, on like the last day of the month. And like I said, paid $15 for it. This, I believe, sold at full price too. And the last item we have for the month is this newer tags. This is Polo Ralph Lauren. This is a Wilmington like uniform jacket. I was trying to figure out how many words to put in the top. There was only so many words you could put in the title. But you see the patch right there. The Champions Wilmington has a nice little embroidered patch. Nice white, what do you want to call it? Like white highlights around it. Newer tags. See the tags right there. These were selling. Somebody in the UK had a bunch of them, and they were selling them right around the 150 to 200 range. I priced it a little higher. There was really no sellers in the US selling this, and I figured I might be able to sell this at a little bit higher price because somebody's going to want it immediately. They're not going to want to wait for shipment from the UK, and I don't know how long UK shipment takes to get to the US. So I was in this. I got this at a TJ Maxx in early, probably January when they just started doing the markdowns. I paid $59 for it, and this sold for $279. I remember $279.99. So really good profit there. $200 profit probably after all said and done. So that's it. So you can see, through our listings, I've been looking for more. There's a lot of newer tag items that we've been trying to supplement into our listings. I like the multiple quantity, where you list one item and list multiples of them. We do have some other items in our eBay store right now. I mean, we had some Ralph Lauren pants we got probably 6 months ago. We got like 35 or 40 pairs, and they were mostly like 50, 52, 54, 56. And we've been selling 2, 3, 4 a month, and we're getting down to the end of those, and I love those because they've been one listing and just selling them here and here and here, and they sell and good profit. I think we paid like $7, and we get usually between 40 and 50 for them. But my goal was for 15,000, and what month is this? April. It's not going to happen. I've listed once in the last month or last 5 weeks. I think I've listed once. I got about 25 items. The list has been way too much going on. I can't get the listings done fast enough. You know, no shortage of stuff. Just I haven't been getting the photographs done. I got to get on my ball and get moving. But see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good night. Hope everybody enjoyed their Easter. See ya. Have a good night.